Hey, it's Scarlett. Today I really just wanted to play with makeup, so I thought I would film a get ready with me. I got the new, I don't know if this is new actually, I got a new palette. It's the Fall Romance Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and it's got some very, I would say these are romantic colors. It's got some pretty romantic colors, and I want to try using it and seeing how well I like it. I used to do a lot of really colorful looks when I was a librarian, and even if I hated the way the makeup turned out, I would never take it off. It would be the look for the day. And I got away from that when I became a full-time author because, you know, I stay at home and I write at my desk. And recently I felt like I wanted to get back into doing my makeup. I mean, if not regularly, just having fun. So that's the goal of today. So get ready with me, and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start, the goal of doing your eyeshadow, if you're not doing like a solid color on your eyelid, is to create a gradient. So typically these eyeshadow palettes are designed in a way to help you put colors together to create a gradient. And so I feel like this one would be like these three, right? This is Smoke, Leather, and Thorns. So I'm going to make a gradient starting with Smoke, then Leather, then Thorns. So we'll see what it looks like. It might be terrible. So with my first shade, and I am no expert on makeup. I'm gonna tell you how I do my makeup, and if it's helpful, I hope you try it, or maybe, I don't know, you just enjoy watching it, who knows. But with the first shade, I put it in my crease and I draw it inward, and I just let it kind of go wherever. I have small eyelids, so it ends up covering my eyelid anyway, which is fine. I also like to draw my makeup up, so I'm creating like a cat eye. So I draw my makeup up and like out. I feel like my left eye is easier to put makeup on than my right eye because of its shape. You know, I'm not obviously symmetrical. I don't have a symmetrical face like many of us. Most of us, all of us, I don't know. So my goal is to always try to make my face look symmetrical with makeup, even though I know I don't succeed because I can see my eyebrows very clearly in every fucking photo I take of myself. I want to take a clean brush and blur the line of eyeshadow with just my skin. The goal will be finding a clean brush because I literally have not washed any of my brushes. You know, just haven't had time. I'm gonna use a brush that's not meant for eyeshadow, but it's fine, it's the clean one. So, you know, this is a concealer brush. I'm also trying to look in the mirror to see if I'm fucking it up. So the next shade, I'll probably do more blending, but for now, I'm gonna leave it right there. The next shade I'm gonna take is the Leather, which is the next dark, it's the medium shade. And I'm going to put that in my crease and bring it to the center of my eye. Again, I just feel like I have to emphasize that this is what I do when I get ready. I don't know if this is a real technique, but you know, it works for me. And you all always say you like my makeup, so it must, you know, be pretty good. I don't know if you can see, just adds a little bit more dimension. So, now, I might hate this in the sunlight, but in this light, I don't mind it. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the green. I'm going to pack the green in with a smaller brush. This is not a clean brush. I don't have a clean brush. I'm gonna pack the green in on the very corner, and oof, that looks dark on the brush. Let's see. Okay, so just gonna pack it on the edge, and I will go over this with eyeliner, so it will just be a very subtle like green on the very edge. So I take this kind of up because I want to create the cat eye, I want to create the wing, even though I'm going to also emphasize that with eyeliner. Now I'm going to take the medium shade brush and the light shade, I use this all for one thing, So you can kind of see what I'm doing here, the gradient, right? It's very uneven. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So once I do that, I move on to my eyeliner. I have tried a bajillion eyeliners, a bajillion. I have done gel liners, I have done the little liners with the wand. The only thing I like is felt tip liner. I use Stila, and I feel like they're available, they're available at Ulta, and they have a micro tip. I don't know if you can see that. Micro tip. I love this. And so I feel like if you're wanting to do eyeliner and you're just starting out, this gives you the most control. I do have tattooed eyeliner, as most of you know, and I do have a little edge, wing. God, I can't think of words today. Jesus. I have a little wing on the end, but not a very big one. I extend my wings a lot. If you guys do use eyeshadow shields or tape, the nice thing is you can really make this super even by drawing it on with the eyeshadow shield. Just a nice tip, especially if you haven't done eyeliner, you know, and you don't feel comfortable doing eyeliner. Every time I look in the mirror, I hold my breath because I'm like, they're not going to be even. So once that's done, I will clean up where the eyeshadow is over the eyeliner. The next thing I do is I draw my inner corners. I do not use the felt tip because it will clump, and what I find works best is eyeshadow. So, and you could use eyeshadow as eyeliner too. I just recommend getting a very tiny little brush. Can that work? Little brush. And you dip the brush in some water and into some black or dark brown eyeshadow, either one. So I draw my inner corner in, and because I want to look like a cat, I guess. The challenge is getting everything to look even because I'm obsessed with everything being twins. Don't tell me if it's not even though. I don't want to know. The last thing I do with my eyes, other than mascara, I do mascara last, is I line my waterline, my upper waterline, with this Stila Stay All Day black liner. This is the only thing I have found that doesn't bleed to your bottom waterline or smear. That was my biggest challenge and why I used to not line my eye, but I have this obsession, a lot of obsessions here, a lot of pet peeves, I guess. You can see the flesh of my eye through my mascara, and I hate it. And I'm like, I want it all to be black. So I use this Stay All Day liner up here, and it's a great liner. Now I'm gonna do my brows. I change how I do my brows a lot. Not a lot, I guess, that's a lie. Sometimes I'll use a pomade on my brows. Sometimes I will use a brow wiz. I've tried a lot of brow pencils. The only one I like is a brow wiz. I think it's in the formulation. It's just smooth. It goes on smooth. It's easy to use. But right now I've been using a pomade, and I just use the Anastasia pomade. I use the Anastasia pomade in Ebony. I've tried like just dark brown, and I don't like it. I do not do any ombre thing to my eyebrows. I don't like it. I also do not get my brows laminated because I also don't like it. So this is just how I've always done my brows, and I will never change. And the whole reason I'm harping on it is because someone tried to tell me to do ombre brows during a live once, and I was like, no. My brow hairs are very curly. I don't know if you guys have experienced that before, but oh my God. I have my dad's eyebrows, and he had Gandalf eyebrows. So that is it for so far for my eyes. I'll come back and do my mascara and the eyeshadow beneath my eyes. And I don't always do the eyeshadow under my eye. It just kind of depends. Sometimes it ends up looking too dark and I look like, you know, a vampire, which I don't mind, but it depends on the vibes I'm going for. So first thing I'm going to do is wet my beauty blenders. If you have a beauty blender, you're not wetting them, please do. It will help blend product better. What I've been doing recently is using a color corrector under my eyes just because I have like discoloration here. And I think it's normal. I'm just trying to make I feel like what it does is make my concealer work for me, because in my personal experience, I still have not found a concealer that I like. This helps me like some concealers. You see some of these videos where people like will glob on this stuff, and that is not practical. I will tell you, it's not blendable. It's frustrating. So if you're trying to do your makeup like that and you're just like globbing on the highlighter, or not the highlighter, the concealer, any color corrector, that kind of thing, just remember that you can build it. Like, you don't have to put a bunch on at once. You can put a little bit on, tap it in, put a little bit more on, tap that in. So it's not something that you have to get right the first time. I'm gonna use the Typology concealer. I've been trying various concealers just to see if I find one that I really like. Typology is pretty good, I like it. I've tried their tinted moisturizer. It's fine. My frustration is that it somehow magically becomes uncapped in my bag all the time. One of the biggest compliments that I received this year is when I went to the New Romance Festival in France, and the writers and readers there had asked me if I had my makeup professionally done, and I was so flattered because no. I've only had my makeup professionally done twice. Once was for my wedding and once was for my best friend's wedding. And any other time I do my own makeup. So if you ever seen me in person and you thought, she must get her makeup professionally done, thank you. No, I do it myself. And a lot of times I prefer how I do my makeup, so. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I've been just started using this Hourglass Veil foundation. It's a skin tint. I don't have a lot of blemishes to cover up, so I prefer a skin tint. I don't like heavy foundation. Also, if I'm using a heavier foundation, it will stick to the dry spots on my skin. So this, I think, is just very pretty, and it glows. It makes you look glowy. The next thing I do is I put bronzer on, and I was 35, my age now, when I learned that there are contour and bronzer. And I think actually this is contour. This is a contour wand. So I use my contour wand. I just put a line across my forehead, a couple of lines. And because my forehead is giant. Actually, this is not open. Fuck. Okay, there we go. Okay, because I have a giant forehead. Anyways, that is too much. And then I draw a line on the edge of my cheek. So like I can see in the mirror that this is the edge of my cheek, and that I draw my line there. And then for this, I use a brush to blend because it's just easier. This is a highlighter brush, and I just use it actually because, I don't know, it works. And I do think, like, I will be honest, I think using the correct brush for the correct thing just does change the way that your makeup looks. But for this, I'm just trying to get it like blended out so I can, or blended a little bit so I can pat it into my skin with the Beauty Blender. I don't know if any of this is making sense, but you get it, right? Maybe. I do go in and I tap with my Beauty Blender, again, just like blending out those harsh edges. Sometimes I get out to my car and I look in the mirror and I see that I haven't blended shit, and I'm like, God damn it. After that step, what I will do is I take my actual contour, or bronzer, I mean. That was the see, fuck, what is this? Why do we have all these things? Anyways, I take the actual bronzer and I put it on my cheeks like a blush. I do not always do this step, but it just depends on vibes. This is e.l.f. bronzer. I like the shade of it. Okay, so I just do this, and this is really good. You know, doing this step is really good if you're gonna go take pictures, in my opinion. I am trying to find the perfect blush, and what I use right now for blush is actually a highlighter. It's the House Labs highlighter. It's just really pretty. It's like glowy, and I love it. It's not glitter, it's glowy. I use this giant ass powder brush for reasons I have yet to understand, and put that on the apples of my cheeks. I actually lied. I carry it up to my eyebrow, and I have no idea why. I have done this since I was in high school. And yeah, I just think it adds a nice glow. Everything goes up. Okay, the next step is highlighter, and I just got a new highlighter that I'm really excited about. It's NARS. It's in this really pretty purple thing. It's hard to open though. This is called Skyrocket, and it's like a really pretty frosty, like iridescent pinkish. I don't know. Who knows colors, right? Let's see, what is this brush? It's so hard to see. Oh, this is a highlighter brush. I thought so, but I was also like, it could be concealer because sometimes those look alike. So I just popped that right on the height of my cheek. I'm going to do my under eye eyeshadow. So I take the palette that I used for my gradient eye and I choose one of the colors, and I think I'm gonna go with the medium color, the leather, and then I may layer the smoke, which was the glittery color. We'll see. The key to this, I think, is smoking it out enough so it doesn't look like a harsh line. See the difference? It's just a very nice look. I have no clue what word I mean here. The only other thing I'll do is sometimes I will add a little bit of glitter to the inside of my eye. Now, I will either do this with actual glitter, like a eyeliner, or I'll just take glitter from the palette and do that. I don't know if I'll like it this time, but I'll do it just to show you. God, y'all, this brush thing is fucking with me and my productivity. I'm gonna try this crown color. It's like that one. You see it? Oop, that one. Okay, I'm gonna try that. You can see it. It's a little, just a nice little touch. Okay, then I go in with mascara, and I kind of hate mascara. For a long time, I had lash extensions and didn't wear mascara, and so sometimes I actually just forget to put it on because I'm not used to it. I curl my eyelashes first. They're annoying. The first thing I do is I coat my lashes with a primer. So I use this Clinique primer. The way I do my mascara, what is with words today? God damn it. The way I do my mascara is that I look down into the mirror. I don't know if you can see it, but primer is on. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. I like, if I have an event, sometimes I'll try to theme my lipstick after it. With Lilith, I do red lipstick, but for just everyday looks, I like to have a nude lip. I line under my lip instead of on the lip, so it gives you a fuller look. Then I'm just gonna go in with my, this is my go-to. It's a Fenty lip gloss. Forget what it's called. God damn, High Shine lip gloss. And I just put that on. See, very simple, very easy. Okay, by the time I do that, I can put my mascara on. I'm gonna do the one I told you about earlier. It's like a black honey color. It looks like brown. See? Okay, do the same thing. I look down. The last thing I do is I do my lower lash mascara. And I have a separate mascara for that because it's tiny. I do this tiny little Clinique one. And I just find that it's easier to use this tiny, tiny brush. Okay. All right, that's the finished makeup look. I am going to take down my hair just to show you guys. Like, I did my hair yesterday, so, oh my God, my grays are glistening. Again, I'm not a professional. I just like to do makeup. Let me know if you liked it and if you want more videos like this. I will see you guys soon. Love you. Bye.